Howdy folks, let's talk about Luxembourg, a little country tucked away in the heart of Europe. Now don't let its size fool you. This place is bursting with charm, history, and a whole lot of global importance. It's where old castles stand tall next to shiny new buildings, and where age-old traditions meet modern ways. Get ready to be surprised by this small but mighty nation. Luxembourg is what's called a Grand Duchy, which means it's ruled by a Grand Duke or Duchess, one of the last ones left in the whole world. But don't you worry, the Grand Duke is a friendly face, a figurehead. The country is actually run by its people, just like many others. Even though it's tiny, Luxembourg is a founding member of the European Union. It plays a big part in European and world affairs. It's home to many European organizations, making it a center for international teamwork. Luxembourg is a great example of how even a small country can make a big difference. Luxembourg has a past that's as rich and interesting as a good old storybook. Because it's right in the middle of Europe, lots of empires wanted it for themselves. Over the years it was ruled by the Romans, the Franks, the Habsburgs, and many more. This exciting past has shaped Luxembourg into what it is today. Luxembourg City, the capital, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. That's a fancy way of saying it's a really important place. Walking through the old town is like stepping back in time. The city is incredibly well preserved, with its old walls still standing strong. Take a stroll along the Chemin de la Corniche. They call it the most beautiful balcony in Europe. You'll get amazing views of the city and the Alzette River. And don't miss the Bach casemates. These are underground tunnels carved into the rock beneath the city. They were used to protect soldiers and regular folks during wartime. Today, they offer a peek into Luxembourg's history. Now don't let Luxembourg's charm fool you. This little country is an economic powerhouse. It's one of the richest countries per person in the world. Luxembourg's success is thanks to its smarts, its location, and its hard-working people. Luxembourg has been a big player in finance for a long time. It attracts businesses and investors from all over the globe. The country has also put a lot of money into modern things like transportation, communication, and technology. Luxembourg shows how a country can be rich and still have a great quality of life. It always scores high in healthcare, education, and overall well-being. Luxembourg is like a big old mix of cultures and languages. While Luxembourgish is the official language, you'll also hear French and German everywhere. This mix of languages comes from Luxembourg's history and its location at the crossroads of Europe. Walking through Luxembourg City, you'll hear all sorts of languages. Shopkeepers might greet you in 3 different languages. It shows how diverse and welcoming the country is. Luxembourg's culture is just as vibrant. There's a rich tradition of music, theater, and art. Luxembourg has museums, art galleries, and cultural centers showcasing local and international artists. From old crafts to modern art, there's something for everyone. Luxembourg is serious about protecting its natural beauty and the environment. They've got big plans to be sustainable in all parts of life, from renewable energy to green buildings. Even though it's small, Luxembourg has a surprising variety of landscapes. From rolling hills and thick forests to pretty rivers and valleys, it's a nature lover's dream. Don't forget to visit the Mullerthal region, sometimes called Little Switzerland. Luxembourg is a leader in renewable energy. They put a lot into solar, wind and water power to use less fossil fuels. And it's working. Luxembourg is on its way to meeting its big environmental goals. Luxembourg may be small, but it's a big deal on the world stage. It plays an important role in international affairs, especially in the European Union. As a founding member of the EU, Luxembourg has been a key player in bringing European countries together. Luxembourg is home to important European institutions like the European Court of Justice and the European Investment Bank. This shows how committed Luxembourg is to a united Europe and its role as a center for international diplomacy. Luxembourg also believes in countries working together. It has a long history of helping countries talk things out and solve problems peacefully. It's no wonder Luxembourg is often chosen as a neutral place for important meetings and negotiations. Luxembourg is a place of fascinating contrasts. It's where old history and modern innovation live side by side. From medieval castles to shiny skyscrapers, Luxembourg shows how people can adapt, create, and thrive. Luxembourg is always changing, always looking to the future while remembering its past. It's this mix of old and new that makes Luxembourg so special. Whether you love history, culture, nature, or just trying new things, Luxembourg will charm you. So, next time you're planning a trip to Europe, put Luxembourg on your list. You won't regret it.